weekends, they're still trying to get rid of their stuff. So I guess that's
Here to
kinda
operate that. Oh,
Last year he did over Texas.
no, but when you do this, then, oh, it did? Oh, okay, well, that's good to know. Hey, we're live, everybody, just so you know.
Yeah,
This year we didn't have that.
I just remember when my wife and her two sisters got together at my house, I had a 3-car garage. They all brought their stuff over. They didn't sell hardly anything. They all just swapped each other's stuff. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Wow, out the gas.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you. It is August 4th, 2026. Council meeting to start. Call to order. Alice, would you lead us in the pledge, please? Roll call.
Pepper.
Aye, here.
Boggs.
Here.
Joseph.
Here.
Blankenship.
Here.
Batch.
Here.
Henry.
Here.
Approval of minutes.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
I'll second it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any questions, additions, deletions, corrections? Call for the vote.
Boggs.
Abstain.
Joseph.
Yes.
Blankenship.
Yes.
Batch.
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to,
I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to let the representative from Manchester Stealth Baseball speak before the solicitor monthly report. So I'll need a second.
I'll second it.
okay, call for the vote.
Joseph.
Aye.
Blankenship.
Aye.
Batch.
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Boggs.
Aye.
You're up. Come, if you could come onto the microphone, please. Thank you.
My name's Eric Emery. I'm from Manchester Stealth. We're hopefully using Warwick this year for our teams. I have 2 teams coming down. I've talked to Dante Sabatucci from the A's. He says he has up to 3 coming down. And we heard there's another team trying to get in for practice schedule as well. I'm looking for my team personally to have 3 days a week. The 15U team is looking for 1 day a week. I'm hoping for my team Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 to 8. I got kids coming from all over. I need to give parents time to get them here, or else I could start earlier, but there's no way I can do that. So I don't know what Dante's plans are. I've talked to him. I just asked him how many teams you got, and basically he just told me that he would like to stick with Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for his days. So that's basically all I have.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
So far that he's the only one that we've received the deposit from.
Okay, yeah, historically, back when I dealt with it, the way we had multiple teams using the field, and you guys just work your schedule out. And then if you have an issue, just give, usually it's the chair of the street sidewalks and parks.
Okay.
They're the ones that.
That would be me.
Scheduling. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be Mike. But I don't ever remember a scheduling conflict, right?
No, I'm flexible. I'd like to have certain days. I mean, I'm playing on tournaments on the weekends, some weekends. I may have a Saturday game sometimes, but Wednesdays is probably the game I would want to have home games here in Clinton. So that, and the other 2 days practice, of course. So That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I would say if there does end up being another team, just make sure your schedule's,
I'll try to work
just
with
make sure
people
it's
the best I
posted,
can.
right?
So,
I know
First
the
come,
one
first
from the
served.
softball team was in contact with Dustin. So I know they've been communicating. She was gonna be here, but obviously she's not.
That was Nikki Weber. She
Yeah.
is the assistant coach on a Lightning team.
Yeah.
I still coach travel softball, and like Kent had mentioned earlier in that email, a lot of people want to play softball down there, but they got the bump in the middle. How receptive would you be to getting a moving mound? That way we could eliminate that, put Hollywoods in, and set it up for a softball team.
don't bother me at all.
Okay.
It'll save a lot of wear and tear around the mound. I mean, I know the girls got to pitch on flat and they'll dig holes in it.
Absolutely.
Boys dig holes in it too. So with us having a mound, it's a little bit easier on the kids. They don't have to worry about a hole being that deep where they're going to fall into with their ankles and stuff like that. But it would have to be a full-size mound. I see some of these they got these little mounds and kids actually will get hurt. They'll twist ankles because it's such a far drop off too fast that we've seen some ankle injuries.
Absolutely. So like I said, Nikki has dropped out, but softball still wants to be down there, and I don't want the mound to be a deterrent. Next time you speak with Dante, since there's nobody knocking down the door as far as softball goes now to get in, nothing needs to happen now. But next time you speak with him about scheduling issues and stuff like that, raise that question, if we could eliminate the bump in the middle and set up different base paths and things like that, and I'd be willing to come out and
Base
help.
pass is the easy part.
Right,
Ripping that mound out, that's going to take some work. So
but not necessarily. I mean, you get the right equipment down there, it'd be done in 20 minutes.
And like I said, just having, and you got the storage barn down there, you should be able to store a portable mound in there. So
Exactly.
We do it, we came from Sisler in Manchester, we got portable mounds stored in there. too.
Yeah, all the facilities do that, so it's nothing new, but at the same time, there's nobody from softball knocking down the door as we speak.
And
But in
you
the,
can get more age groups in too. So.
right, and next time you talk to him, just say this could be something that could happen in the future, and just see if he's receptive or not.
Okay.
That way we can get more teams down there and get things set up and start rocking and rolling.
Who would pay for it?
What's that?
Who would pay for it?
The leagues would. The teams that practice down there, they can
Okay.
split the cost and go that route with it.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, if you guys can't get things worked out, come back and see us.
All right.
See what we can do.
So
But
you know for sure that the softball team isn't coming?
I'm 99% sure, but you know as well as I do when it comes to travel sports, things change at the drop of a dime. Some girl could drop off and they would lose a
Will
practice
they try to get a
field.
hold of me or Dustin or?
Most likely they're going to contact Sue.
Okay.
And we can get them in touch with one of
Okay.
you guys.
Yeah, and I have Dante's number as well. If you could write your phone number down. We're live right now. Write it down and set it off to the side.
Okay.
And then I'll have yours, so if there is an issue, I can reach out to you directly.
Sounds good.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Moving on to Solicitor Monthly Report.
No excitement to report on.
Okay, that's good.
I'd say so.
I like it. Any questions for our solicitor? Police Monthly Report.
All right, so for the month of July, there were 22 business checks, 1 house check, 11 traffic stops, 2 motor vehicle accidents, 2 welfare checks, 3 traffic citations were issued, 2 arrests were made, there was 1 alarm, 3 reported suspicious persons, 2 animal complaints, 3 vehicle lockouts. We assisted the fire department twice, 24 extra patrols, 17 traffic enforcement patrols. July 13th, 9:22 p.m., our department served an arrest warrant at 7666 South Cleveland Maslin. The mail was then turned over to Barberton PD. July 19th at 4:11 in the morning, our department made a traffic stop in the area of North Street and Van Buren Road. After further investigation, the female driver was placed under arrest for OVI. July 25th, around 3 p.m., our department went out to 8400 South Cleveland Maslin for a suspicious person call. The suspicious male was uncooperative and refused to vacate the property after being warned to do so. The male was then arrested for criminal trespassing and released on a summons. And that's it.
That sounds good. Thank you. Anybody have any questions for our law enforcement? Thank you very much. Fire Chief Monthly Report.
For the month of July,
We had 16 total calls, 5 fire, 11 EMS, 10 inside the village, 6 outside the village. And they're broken down inside the packet for you if you'd like to look at it.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for our fire chief? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Street Commissioner monthly report.
Not much to write home on this month, just mow grass and roadside mowing and some storm damage here and there from these storms we're getting. Other than that, that's about all I got.
Any questions for our street commissioner?
Yeah, I have. Looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, I got that cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ross, for bringing that up. That does look really good over
That
there.
Cleaned up. I met with a couple people with just getting some ideas on how to lay this stuff and get a better informant of how to make it better and last longer.
While I'm thinking of it, there's a young Crookston that started a landscape company, and he said that he would be more than happy to donate some time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll get you his number, that way you guys can work it out.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll take any of the knowledge, because it's not something I do all the time. Sure. That's why I had Greg Kunkel come down, and then he's gonna have his boy Mason come down, who does a lot of the walls and stuff like that. And
Sure.
just trying to get some deeper information on how to assemble it to where it stays and not moves and look like a wiggle worm at next year. So,
Start falling apart.
just trying to get as much knowledge and whatnot on that as I can possibly do. I have reached out to a few asphalt companies about doing chip and seal, so that's in the making on some roads. Other than that, that's about it.
Kevin, I do have a question. Maybe if I asked you about this, I apologize, but it just popped in my head. Down behind the salt bin, there's those 2 recycling dumpsters. What's going on with those? And
Well, those were left behind at the old fire department. We've reached out to the company several times, and we're not sure if we can scrap them or whether the scrapyard will even take them. I don't know, because they have a name on it.
who's the name?
They're just, that's a page for paper boxes. That's been a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and I forget what the company's called, but I don't even think
went
they're in
out of
existence anymore.
All right, I'm just curious if we
So-
could place them down by the,
Well, nobody
We
will
just
come empty
unplaced
them.
them.
well, that's if we knew who they belong
Well,
to.
the company they belong to is no longer.
Okay,
They don't exist.
all right.
So that's why we moved them, because people were putting stuff in them and then they're not getting emptied.
All right, well, my thought is then let's just scrap them. I mean, rather than sitting them back there rusting away doing nothing, but I just was curious. I saw them and it'd be nice to have its
We've
cardboard.
reached out a couple times, but we've never got any response. And
I don't know how that would work then. If are they abandoned then? And I mean, do they belong to us?
I can send them a letter saying, hey, come get these, and if you don't get them in 90 days or however many days, we're scrapping them. If you want to give me that information,
Yep.
maybe we can
Yeah.
talk.
Sure.
Just rather see them be something happen to them instead of just rusting out back there.
I
I mean,
thought
if
have them out of there, just get them out of there.
I will talk to a scrap company and see if they can take them also.
all right, thank you. That was.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, fiscal officer's report.
Our audit has started. We're doing an agreed upon procedures instead of a full audit, so that will save us some money there. I've sent them over all the information they requested, so.
Any questions? Okay, unfinished business. All right, mayor's communications. I did attend the Enbridge Gas Beachside Barbecue last week, 2 weeks ago. Was interesting. They went over what they do, and I found some things out I did not know. Have you guys ever heard of Clinton Sandstone? It is actually one of the largest. We have one of the largest reserve, and it goes down about 4,000 feet in the ground for natural gas. And this time of year, the gas being pumped, when it's being pumped into that natural reserve, it's come wintertime when you were staying nice and cozy warm at a much lower rate than the rest of the country. It's because of that, and it can be pumped back out along with the pumping stations to actually provide our gas, and it does keep our price down. I did not know they had that, but they showed the map, And we have the largest reserve, Clinton Sandstone's one of them, there's a bunch all around us, in the entire United States. And I thought that was pretty interesting. The other thing, I went to the MAPS, which is the Mayor's Association golf outing, where normally I don't report on that, but I met a few people there that I thought were pretty interesting. One does grant writing, so I got her number, and when I talked to her some more, see what she can do for us, and possibly have her show up at a meeting. I see what she can help us with grants. And then at the end of the day, I actually sat down. I did not know this till this year, but our Mayor's Association actually works on getting grants, and what they do with the grant money is they help out people like us, the different villages. So it doesn't go to the Mayor's Association, it goes to whatever it needs. He told me what they did in the past, but I told them about the possibility of what we might get for sewer here, and that we're gonna need more money. And he says $600,000, and what they put it for might qualify. So when we see it at Amelia Sykes' office does for us next month, this could be a good addition to the funding we'll need. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but that is, and, as you guys are all aware, that grant, the money's put in the budget, then we'll know we'll get next month. So that's all I have for now. Any questions? All right, let's move on to council communications and council committee reports.
Go get him, Tiger.
Why does everybody look at me?
Sure, you always have something.
There's 5 other committees. Or, I think, 5. I have nothing. So,
I'll be reaching out to Streets and Sidewalks, most likely tomorrow, to see if we can set up a meeting. I want to talk to Kevin first and get my ducks in a row, but be on the lookout for an invite.
That have anything to do with the lines for painting road? Aren't they edge lines? Anybody had anything?
Yes,
about
that'll be included in it, yeah.
Who handles that? I mean, is that,
I would assume it would be some kind of DOT or a DOT authorized contractor. That would be a better question for Kevin.
I was asked about it, that's the only reason.
Striping.
John asked who would do striping on the road.
Edge stripes.
Jeff Burgess did a great job with the parking lot. I just don't know if he's allowed to do a road.
Several companies out there that do it, so you just have to.
I just had people ask about it, so I.
That's it.
Okay, any questions? Any other council committee communications and council committee reports? We got to shorten that somehow. That's a lot to say. All right, citizens' comments. I have 6 people signed in, and 2 no's and no yeses. I don't know what that means. Jackie, did you mean to?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Just from Community Action Group, we asked for streets to be closed down, and, of course, we were hoping for much more than what we had. But we did end up with 8 total stands, and we just chose to set up all in the field in front of our barn because Chrissy had gave us permission to use the school, but we could fit everybody in one section. So we rented the use of the restrooms here, so for downstairs, but we didn't end up needing it. I just let everybody go upstairs, but hey, 8 is better than none, right? So that's what we ended up with, and
I did mail the whole check back because it wasn't used, so.
oh, did you? You're so nice, because yeah, we never used it.
Yeah.
But we did have 8 tables set up. We did have, 8 different people.
And had a lot.
We had a lot of foot traffic, So that was encouraging to see because there was cars stopping for the first 4 hours we were set up, constant. So we did get a lot of foot traffic. So people donated to the group, and that's how we make money selling. And we made like $273, I think. So hey, that's off of other people's stuff, so we'll take it. So there you go. That's all.
Thank you very much. Anybody else that didn't mark yes? Alice? Okay. All right. Everybody else marked no. Moving on to resolutions and ordinances.
No first readings, no second readings. Or wait, I'm sorry, there is second readings. Resolution number R-26-07, a resolution amending the annual appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the village for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026, and declaring an emergency. Resolution number R-26-08, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the general fund to the Street Equipment Reserve Fund of the Village of Clinton and declaring the same to be an emergency. Third reading, resolution number R-26-06, a resolution implementing a moratorium on the development of data centers within the village and declaring an emergency. Okay, and a motion to adopt.
We have a second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? This is a 6-month moratorium, right?
It should say that in the
Okay,
resolution.
I think it did, and so this gives us 6 months to put together something that's really solid.
I know Alliance put something together. There's a solid.
Did Akron, did I read that Akron had something put together recently also? I think we have a lot of examples to go on the next 6 months.
180 days.
180.
Okay, so there are a lot of communities putting stuff together that we could look at their examples, so
This one
this,
passed fair zoning last night, actually.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. With that, call for the vote.
Blankenship.
Aye.
Dutch.
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Knapper.
Aye.
Folks.
Aye.
Joseph.
Aye.
Motion passes. New business. You always feel like you're looking like you're in trouble if you don't say something. You're fine. Nobody else saying anything either. Okay. Sorry, Ken. I don't know why you look over like, no, I didn't take the cookie.
Probably did.
I can bring it up now. The brick buildings on Main Street, this is something we were going to handle in Streets and Sidewalks. But I spoke with the owners of that, and they have various plans on what they're going to do and when they're going to open and this and that. But apparently, Edbridge tore up their concrete. Obviously, Edbridge is going to fix it, but it's been several months. I need to explore that option. So now,
Responsible for the sidewalks in front of my building.
even if you did not,
Damage it.
even if you didn't install it or contract somebody to install it, you're still responsible?
Yeah, I'm responsible. Now, if Enbridge would have messed it up, then I'm holding Enbridge responsible, and they're gonna have to replace it.
I think the whole Enbridge thing is muddy in the water. I probably shouldn't have said that. So there's a section that's all messed up from their work.
But
that I assume at some point they're going to fix, and
But I do know, like in Barberton, it's really weird. Their zoning guy comes out, he looks at it. Yes, you need a sidewalk. Like he has to come out and say yes before you tear it up. Then you tear it up, you excavate it, and then he comes out and says, "Yes, you're ready." And then when you're done, you're done. But Barberton, I'm replacing like 85 feet of sidewalk, and you're not allowed to use any kind of rebar. You're not allowed to use any kind of wire mesh. And the reason they do that is because if they have to replace any city utilities, they want to be able to cut through it and get through it easily. I think that's stupid. I mean, wire mesh and rebar makes concrete stronger, it makes it last longer.
yeah, there's a reason it's in there.
Yeah.
You
But
can still
I
cut
don't
through
think
it.
there's anything, we talked about that before because I was on the guy over there, he used to park on the sidewalk all the time in front of the school. We just poured a new sidewalk, and he's parking his big truck and trailer on the sidewalk all the time. And then they wanted to have some sidewalk replaced over there. So we never got a definite answer, like who, is it Clinton that it has to? Is it the homeowners? We started to talk about it a year and a half ago, but we never really resolved anything from it.
That's pretty much like the only thing I'm doing a deep dive into now because I'm getting conflicting reports on the internet. And what it says for us as far as a village, there was a 1113.06 ordinance or something, but that led me nowhere.
Yeah.
That was ChatGPT.
Let me shed some light on that area. Kevin, do you remember when, I think it's been 3 years ago or more, they were doing some work from the drive-through, and there was where I think it was drywall or something, it just caved in underneath, and we had them fill it in. They were doing a gas, I think they're going to gas line. Do you remember the details of that?
Yeah, I think they found a void there, but I don't know, I don't remember what it was. The best we could figure out that it was a dry well at one.
Okay, because that's down not too far from where we found that. And I'm wondering, there's a lot of places under there that we're seeing voids, and so they might run into a bigger problem than they're expecting within the sidewalks.
Right.
But that could be anybody's fault. That could be bad drainage.
Well, it could be bad drainage, it could be historical. That was going to be part of my research moving forward. Talk to the Historical Society, look at old pictures, talk to Kevin, because he knows what's going on, and just figure out if we can fill these things in and pour new concrete on them, but at the same time, somebody's going to have to foot the bill for it.
I thought we had something in our code that it was the homeowner.
And it is, but it's also written that it's the homeowner or the property owner's responsibility if they were the ones that put the concrete in, put the sidewalk in initially. If the village did it, then it would be our responsibility.
And how do we?
Am I reading this correctly
Find that
here?
out.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm just kind of chasing my tail here. You guys are all smart, so I figured I'd throw it
No,
out to
the
you.
way I'm reading this, and Seth's going to probably correct me on this, but their street superintendents or street commissioners shall supervise construction or repair of sidewalks. That doesn't mean we do it. He has supervised it so it's done right, which would lead me to believe that it's their sidewalk in front of their building, they would be responsible for it.
Well, then he
That's-
brings that to council. Let's talk about this off the record.
Okay, all right, we'll look into this.
Yeah.
One thing too, they need to kill the weeds in between the concrete. All those weeds that you see in the cracks of the concrete, that actually tears concrete up worse than anything.
Sure.
That'll be worse than salt. That's one thing I was actually going to Barberton's council meeting because we just spent tons and tons of taxpayers' money on all kinds of new sidewalks that Barberton went ahead and paid when they redid the road. And now you drive down through Worcester Road and it looks like a jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 4-foot weeds growing through all the cracks of the
Right.
curbs and the sidewalk, and it's just,
Okay.
somebody needs to clean it up before we have to pay for it again.
Totally agree. Yeah, I spoke with a couple down there, and like I said, they have grand ideas for those brick buildings and all the things they're going to do, and the opportunities that could provide for the village are fantastic. So no matter where this lies, I'd like to help them out as much as possible. That doesn't mean we're going
We will have
to
an
pay for it
answer.
and all this and that.
We will have an answer next meeting.
They can do the sidewalks so much cheaper than we can.
Right, right.
I mean, what we paid for that sidewalk over there was just ridiculous.
See, I heard things about that too. That was before my time, but obviously I saw it go in because I live over that way. So, beginning stages, that's once again why I want to have a committee meeting at some point within the next week to 10
Yeah,
days.
I think normal concrete, like what sidewalk I'm buying right now, I'm paying $6 a square foot, and I think we paid like $40 a square foot over there.
Did Keith do it?
No. No, believe it or not, somebody more expensive.
There's nobody more expensive than Keith. He does good work.
Love you, Keith.
I'm just glad we're broadcasting. Okay, any other council general discussion?
Yes, I have a question. I've never seen the plans, and I take it that you have since you're old and been on this council for a long time. If they do sewer, like you keep mentioning sewer, is it going to be on the east side or the west side of Cleveland Masson Road?
That I do not know.
They never made plans?
No, it's like the plans we had 10 years ago never reached up Cleveland Masson Road. It went down, but it never went up. And whether east or west, I do not recall. Ken, you might remember?
It was what they considered the hot zone, remember? So it was basically, it did go on the west side of Cleveland Massillon, but only right downtown and then south.
Right, but I think what I'm saying, on that part of Cleveland Masson down to Canal
way down
Fulton,
there it went.
that is going to go because it had to go that direction.
Because of the rich guys down at Luna Lake. But if we do sewer, we need to do all of Clinton.
Well, yeah, and
Not just the select few that have more than others. We need to do all of Clinton. But I was just wondering if it was the east side or the west side of Cleveland Masson Road.
yeah, that I don't know. And there's, when we find out how much money we're going to get next month, that's going to determine a lot of
I think
factors.
the whole scope is totally different than that was.
Yeah.
10 years ago. 10 years ago was 100% coerced and forced.
Right.
What brings that question to mind? Like, in my opinion, like, what difference does it make what side of the road it goes on?
Because BZA just approved for a house to be 17 feet instead of 100 feet off the right of way. And if they would put it on the east side, that's going to be like, right, I mean, where are they going to park? If their garage is going to be that close to the road and we have to dig up for sewer, where are they going to park?
Okay.
You know, I mean, and if we're going to put it in sewer and water, and again, if we're going to be on the east side, there's going to be no room.
Perfect. I just understand.
If we put it on the
Just
west
trying
side, there's going to be
understand how you
room.
got to
Now, on the east side, now there is one house that is that level with that house. The front porch is like level where they're going to build that, the beginning of that house. All the rest of them are back further, so there's plenty of room to work. But with that new construction, I just don't want to see that end up hurting us if we're going to end up putting city sewer and water in right there, and we're only that close to the road.
Yeah,
That's my concern.
What's the right of way on that road look like?
I
Like
think
how
it's
much
60 feet total, I believe.
on
60
like,
feet
from the
total.
middle?
Yeah, from the middle. Yeah, with 30 from each.
Yeah, they had 100 feet is what they wanted to set back, and they came in and asked for 17 feet, and they went ahead and gave them the 17 feet.
Are they still outside of the right of way?
What's that?
Are they still out of the right of way?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
but
going
it's-
right away back.
Okay.
But it's very shallow. And Keith Kackler, he used to be a councilman. He brought up that question during the BZA meeting, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then I went and looked, and I was looking like where that front porch is and where that house is. There's not going to be a lot of room to work. I mean, it's going to be close.
Well,
And that's why I asked if it was going to be on the east side or the west
that
side.
will have to be, if this continues, that'll have to be in the design and the consideration of what's made.
So can we charge them more if it's going to cost the village more money since we have to work around their house? I mean, it's unfair for the village to have to pay more if we got to change to the other side of the street.
Well,
if we got to pay more.
let's not live in the what if right now, because I mean I understand where you're
No,
going.
it's an honest
It
question.
is, and if we get to that point, yeah, they'll have
You're
to
going
consider.
fighting for the sewer and the water.
I know I am, but and when we get to that point, they'll have to be a consideration. That'll have to be something they decide they engineer everything. So I can tell you at this point, we've never had a sewer engineered up Cleve Maslin. So if we get this grant, then we're looking at that direction, and it'll have to be figured out at that point. So.
There'd be more than that house affected as well, because you got the house just north of the fire station on the east side that sits right on the, it's only,
You got the
it's,
fire station.
you got the fire station sits close.
But they don't sit near as close as this new build's
They're
going to be.
pretty damn,
Nah, go out there with the tape measure.
I go past it every day. I mean, I live right
I went out
there.
there with the tape measure. It's.
What about the house on the west side, though? You got the two houses on the hill right there at 766.
That's why I asked if it's going to be on the east side or west side.
Yeah.
And the ones on the west side, you have the big concrete barriers.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't want to see we approve this house, well, they approve that house, and then we end up bottlenecked right there, and there's not enough room to
There's a whole lot
run
of
it.
stuff that needs, to that point, right? If it does run up the east side, then you have to get to the west side, and we don't allow
Well,
splitting
normally,
the street.
normally what they'll do is they'll dig underneath the street. They won't even bother the street. Like when I put
I know, I'm well
the
aware.
Robinson, they
I also
did
know-
that line bore.
I'm well aware. And I also
Okay.
know that they can.
All right,
say
well,
they'll put it
I
out.
tell you what, we have the chair of the Board of Zoning Appeals with us, who would like to say a few words.
The house that you're referring to, I walked it off myself. It is exactly, their garage starts exactly where their neighbors do.
The front
So,
porch.
Yeah, the garage starts at the neighbor's corner of the house.
Right, the front porch, yeah.
So if they're affected, so are the houses that are right next door.
Right. But one house is there since the 1940s. This is a new build.
Doesn't
But
matter.
And it's a porch, I mean-
It would be the same issue with each house in a row right there.
Yeah, just that one. All the other ones are further back.
No, the one next door is not.
Oh, no, it's further back. We go out there with the tape measure and measure
I
it.
did. And
Then you didn't measure that one. There's only one house that's that close.
I did that house and the house next door, so the house that is going in, and I did the house next door.
Right, just the new house and the house right next door, but no other house.
Well, we
That's
can-
what I'm saying.
Okay,
Farther down, it's a little bit back.
we do not have the funding at this time to go forward. So, to have this discussion right now, if we get awarded $0 next month, it's going to be a moot point. But I understand what you're saying. And when the time comes, we will have to work around that. And I can tell you, going through the entire village, there are places, well, you go down, matter of fact, John, you go down past your place, a number of houses that are definitely closer than, when they've been grandfathered in for 100 years. But I think a neighbor a few doors down from you, the front porch is definitely close to the road.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple
across
there.
the street
So
there.
we're gonna have to, so that's gonna have to be engineered, that's just one committee engineered to establish around a lot. And I think it's gonna, they typically would tear up the road to do this, put it under part of the road, not out off the road. But those are things that have to be brought in, as the studies go, as the funding goes. But let's see how the funding comes next month. And if we get what we're looking at getting, then I can tell you I've been in a number of meetings on this. I'll have a lot more to report. But for right now, the funding is something we've got to see where we're going to get. Good question, though. Don't have any good answers other than that.
At the end of the day, it's on the engineers and funding.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, engineers throughout the United States and the world have engineered a sewer or a pipe.
They've
And
gone
then-
through
and then-
Akron.